Today I'm going to talk about the standard Jacky bin hatch assembly, which you see here on this Jacky bin, why we believe it is the best one on the market of its kind. Jacky bin hatch assembly is constructed entirely of stainless steel and plastic. That means that even with the most corrosive of chemicals or products inside the bin, the hatch assembly is not going to corrode, and it will give years and years of service without degradation. We've built this hatch assembly after years and years of trial and error. Little details, for example, like the fact that we use a 10mm thick poly hatch plate in a generously sized guide, means that if you get trash or rubbish accumulating in the slide guides as you empty the Jacky bin out, every time you push the Jacky bin hatch shut, it self-cleans, so you push it down, it's got an open-ended guide at the bottom, push it down and it pushes the trash straight out the bottom. Next, we have a weather resistant seal across the top of the Jacky bin hatch assembly, so that as you shut the Jacky bin down, the hatch down, as it presses in, this rubber seal seals across the top of the whole assembly, meaning that water that's coming down across the face of the bin, if the bin's left outside, water that's running down the face will get to that rubber seal, it drains it off and away across the edge of the slide guides, keeping the contents of your bin as dry as is reasonably possible. People ask us if it's weatherproof. We're not going to promise it's weatherproof, but what we will say is that it's as weather resistant as we believe it can be made. Another little point that is worthy of note is the fact that we have a matching hole between the clevis that is attached to the hatch plate and the arm that is attached to the handle, meaning that in the event of transporting product or storing it outside, it's possible to put a padlock through or a cable tie or something of a bit of wire to prevent that hatch from being able to be opened by mistake or by a thief. To facilitate the action of the hatch assembly, we have provided elongated holes on the side of this slide guide assembly, which means that when the assembly is put together, the tension that is on the handle can be adjusted simply by loosening the bolt off and pushing it back in against the hatch plate and doing these bolts back up again. The result will be that it becomes stiffer to undo the hatch, and in the instance where you want to have the hatch partially open and stay open, you can adjust the tension simply by loosening those bolts off, pushing the slide guide back and doing the bolts up again. That will allow you to leave the hatch partially open at any spot. Lastly but not least, with the side discharge Jacky bins such as this one, we supply a 300mm chute, which you will find inside the bin when you receive the bin. This is simply designed to facilitate filling of buckets or getting your product in through a small opening on the top of a seed cart or air seeder, for example. To install this chute, you simply clip it on one side on the bolt at the bottom, stretch it out, and snap it onto the other side. The chute has got plenty of movement, meaning that it'll fall down to about 45 degrees to let product flow off it, but when you put the bin back down, simply put the bin down and move backwards slightly, which will sit the hatch down and it will sit out in front of the bin like so. At Orion Australia, we believe that if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. That's why we've gone to the trouble of making a hatch assembly that's second to none. If you've got any questions about the suitability of Jacky bins for something that you've got in mind, please reach out to the team. We've had a lot of experience over a lot of years. Glad to work with you, come up with a solution that is practical, safe and efficient for you.